With a 14-inch FHD display and weighing in at 1.64 kilograms (3.61 pounds), the ZBook 14U G4 is the smallest and lightest of HP's latest generation mobile workstations, starting at 831 pounds ex VAT and rising to 2,073 pounds as you upgrade CPU, GPU, RAM, storage and other options. With discrete AMD FirePro graphics available on all models, the ZBook 14U G4 is aimed at mobile power users in fields like photo and video editing, product design, science and engineering, and finance. The ZBook 14U G4 may not be the thinnest, lightest and most elegant-looking laptop you've ever seen, but it's MILSTD810G certified to withstand the rough and tumble of life on the road. But does it have the raw power to cut it as a mobile workstation? The 14-inch ZBook 14U G4 runs on 7th generation Core i5 or i7 processors with up to 32 GB of RAM, uses discrete AMD FirePro graphics and offers up to 1 TB of HD or SSD storage capacity. Images HP Inc. designed this is a business-like rather than eye-catching laptop, with a slate grey livery and discrete HP branding on the back of the lid. Open the relatively flex-free lid and you'll find equally tasteful branding for the Bang & Olufsen-designed audio subsystem above the screen, to the right. HP describes the ZBook 14U G4 as thin and light, but it's no ultra-portable, measuring 338mm wide by 237mm deep by 22.1mm thick and weighing from 1.64 kilograms. The weight may rise, depending on the options you choose. Still, it feels well made with, as noted above, military-grade build quality. The 14-inch screen options start at 1366 by 768 resolution, rising to HD 1920 by 1080 in non-touch, touch and non-touch with ultra-wide viewing angles varieties. We had the touchscreen model for review, with standard viewing angles. The display delivers decent 300 nit brightness and color balance, but despite its anti-glare billing is still somewhat reflective. The screen has relatively wide bezels, particularly at the top, so there's plenty of space for the Wi-Fi and optional WWAN antennas, the webcam and a dual microphone array. The keyboard has 85 island-style keys that are sturdy and responsive enough to deliver a comfortable typing platform. It's spill-resistant, and offers 3 levels of backlighting off half brightness toggled by a FN key combination. The generous-sized touchpad has 2 buttons at the bottom, supports two-way scrolling and gestures, and has a second pair of buttons at the top to support the pointing stick located between the G, H and B keys. You can enable or disable the touchpad by double-tapping the top left corner. An LED shows you when the touchpad is off. Our review unit had a fingerprint reader in the top right corner of the wrist rest, although this isn't present on all variants of the ZBook 14U G4. Elsewhere, in the space between the keyboard and screen, you'll find the power button on the left and buttons for wireless on-off and volume mute on the right. The trade-off for a relatively bulky chassis is plenty of room for ports and slots, which run to USB-C, DisplayPort, 3.5mm combo audio, USB 3.0, RJ45 Ethernet, a docking connector, a SIM card slot and the power input on the left and VGA, USB 3.0, a smart card reader and a security lock slot on the right. The ZBook 14 US 22.1mm thick chassis provides plenty of room for an extensive array of ports and slots. Images HP Inc. features processors range from Core i5-7200U to Core i7-7600U. Our review unit had a Core i7-7600U with 16 GB of RAM. The maximum memory complement is 32 GB, filling 2 SODIMM slots. Although there is an integrated Intel HD Graphics 620 GPU in the processor, a mobile workstation needs more graphics horsepower, which is provided by a discrete AMD FirePro W4190M with 2 GB of dedicated GDDR5 RAM. The ZBook 14U G4 is ISV certified to deliver fast and reliable performance with a range of workstation applications, although the list for this entry-level system is understandably less extensive than for its more powerful stablemates. Storage in our review unit was a 512GB HP Z Turbo Drive PCIe SSD, with other options including SATA hard drives, hybrid HDD SSD drives and SSDs up to 1 TB in capacity. Intel's dual-band wireless AC8265 adapter provides 802.11 ABGN Wi-Fi and Bluetooth 4.2 connectivity. LTE mobile broadband is also available on some models, although it wasn't present on our review unit. HP makes much of the ZBook range's security features, including HP Sure Start Gen 3, which ensures that a genuine HP system BIOS is present, unmodified, before the system boots up. If tampering is detected, a secure copy of the BIOS is loaded from flash memory. Secure authentication is available via the fingerprint reader and the smart card slot, and if you have the optional mobile broadband module installed, you can sign up for HP's Absolute Data Protect service, which includes GPS tracking of the laptop. The audio subsystem, developed in conjunction with Bo, includes a pair of 2W stereo speakers located behind a grill between the keyboard and the screen. These deliver decent quality that doesn't distort much as you ramp up the volume. As ever with laptop speakers, though, you don't get much in the way of bass frequencies. There's an extensive array of options and accessories available for the ZBook 14U G4, including cases, docks, connection adapters, extra batteries and external storage solutions. The HP ultra-slim docking station, for example, will cost you an extra £199 Inc. VAT, adding 4 USB 3.0 ports, RJ45, DisplayPort 1.2, VGA and audio in-out jacks. Performance battery life. A system built as a mobile workstation, even an entry-level one, should deliver good performance, and here the ZBook 14U G4 is slightly disappointing. Looking at CPU performance, the ZBook 14 US Core i7-7600U delivered Geekbench 4 scores of 4,723 single-core and 9,231 multi-core, compared to 4,760 and 15,980 from the 2017 15-inch MacBook Pro running a Core i7-7820HQ. Both systems had 16GB of RAM. Graphics benchmarks revealed a bigger gap between HP's entry-level mobile workstation and Apple's high-end laptop on the Cinebench R15 OpenGL test. The ZBook 14 US 2GB FirePro W4190M managed 48.8 frames per second FPS, a score that the 4GB Radeon Pro 560 and Apple's MacBook Pro obliterated with 85 FPS. Disk performance was better though, the ZBook 14 US 512GB SSD delivering write and read speeds of 1,686 MB and 3,312 MB respectively, compared to 2,000 MB and 2,500 MB from the MacBook Pro. Power is supplied by a 3-cell, 51 Wh/h 4,420 mAh battery that HP says will power the system for up to 10 hours. Manufacturers' claims should always be treated with caution, but our testing experience suggests that you can be confident of getting an 8-hour day's worth of life from the system, on average. If you're likely to be running demanding workloads away from a power source, you may want to invest in a spare battery, which will cost an extra £50 Inc. VAT. Conclusions. Image HP Inc. HP's 14-inch ZBook 14U G4 is sturdily built, relatively thin and light for a mobile workstation, and provides plenty of connections and configuration options. However, we were disappointed with the performance, particularly from the discrete GPU from this entry-level mobile workstation. Read more reviews.